Someone was talking about it on a Reddit board, how they don't believe in God because of all the things they see. And they say this: choice has nothing to do with murder, rape, or disease for the victims of those things. You would think a loving God would protect his children. It appears he does not. You have to either choose between choice or no choice. If God stopped every person who wanted to commit murder from committing murder, the accusation against God would be, you're a tyrant. You don't give people a choice. But if God then allows that person to practice their freedom of choice and commit the murder they've planned in their head, well then we say, well, why doesn't God stop the murder? We can't have it both ways. It doesn't make sense. Because then this person says, well, why doesn't God protect his children? Well, then you're asking that God never allow any bad thing to happen to someone at the hands of someone else. That would require that the person committing the bad act, God would stop them providentially every time they were about to act, which means now that person's freedom of choice, their free will, would be taken away from them. And the Bible tells a story of exactly that. Cain decides in his mind that he's going to murder his brother Abel, and God does not stop him, but instead, before Cain gets to the point of committing murder, God tries to persuade Cain, this is not a good course of action. You can rule over the sin that is now overtaking your life. But God doesn't stop Cain from killing a righteous brother, a good son, Abel, because God gave Cain the freedom to choose. The Bible tells us that Abel's blood cries out to God. God still hears all the innocent victims' lives who have been taken away at the hands of a world caught by sin and evil people doing these evil acts. It is sin that is causing all the pain and destruction in the world. And God has to allow for it to happen for a time that all may see the hideousness that sin causes, that we may never choose sin ever again. And that's why at the end of it all, we would want sin and sinners to be rid of. Then, my friend, who is posted on Reddit, there will be no rapes and murders and disease, because it would all be put to an end. Isn't that what you would want? Do you want a God who gives you freedom to choose, or a God who never allows you to choose?